At the core of the margin call movie story is the bank's urgent decision to conduct a fire sale, an all-out effort to sell off an enormous $1.2 trillion worth of toxic mortgage-backed securities. In the movie, the bank was desperate to get rid of toxic MBS for its survival. The sheer size of the $1.2 trillion in MBS held by the bank shows the enormous danger it was in. On top of that, they figured out that a small drop in the housing market would make these $1.2 trillion assets almost worthless. This discovery turned the bank's stable investment portfolio into a ticking time bomb, demanding quick and extreme action. The only way out, as ordered by the CEO, John told, was to be first, which means to sell everything immediately before the rest of the market understood how little these assets were truly worth. Told's reasoning was that the huge chaos in the market is coming anyway, and it's better if his firm starts it. On the day before this extreme fire sale, the bank's trading floor had about 60 traders.
How many traders do we have left between your floor and Peterson's?
I don't know, what's 60?
Sam Rogers, the experienced head of the trading floor, gathered these individuals for a serious, motivating speech. During the speech, he says, "I'm sure it hasn't taken you long to understand the implications of this sale on your relationship with your counterparties and, as a result, on your careers." In the complex world of trading, a counterparty is simply the other person or company involved in your trade, the one buying what you are selling or selling what you are buying. These relationships are built on a delicate foundation of trust and shared benefit, developed over many years of deals. When a trader is trying to sell hundreds of millions or even billions in MBS, their counterparty is the buyer on the other end, deciding whether to purchase those assets. In margin call, these traders were offloading highly risky, soon-to-be worthless assets onto these very counterparties. This meant they were knowingly selling bad investments to partners who might not realize what they were getting. Once these buyers eventually discovered they'd been sold devalued or worthless products, the trust between them would be completely broken. This act of betrayal would not only destroy the firm's long-standing connections with other financial institutions, but would also severely damage the individual traders' professional reputations. Even if a trader left the firm and tried to find a job elsewhere, the negative mark of having taken part in such a large, unethical sale would likely follow them, possibly preventing them from getting future high-level positions in the industry. Sam's warning was a clear acknowledgement that these traders were being asked to risk their entire professional future to destroy every connection they had made. This significant career risk is precisely why Sam Rogers understood he had to offer an extraordinary incentive to ensure the job was done. The payment had to be so large that it would make up for the potential harm to their professional standing and personal ethics.
Well, you call the traders in for the normal 6:30 meeting and you be honest with them, because they're going to know it's the end either way. So you're going to have to throw them a bone, and a pretty big one. And then you've got to come out of the gate storming.
The movie, while not showing the exact earnings of every single trader, gives clear numbers for the bonus plan designed to make the fire sale a success. Individual performance bonus. Each trader was given a personal sales goal. If they successfully sold 93% of their assigned MBS, they would receive a substantial $1.4 million as a one-time bonus. This was a direct reward for their individual effort and how effective they were in selling the assets.
If you achieve a 93% sale of your assets, you will receive a $1.4 million one-off bonus.
Collective performance bonus. To encourage a sense of urgency and shared responsibility across the entire trading floor, an additional bonus was offered. If all 60 traders together managed to sell more than 90% of the firm's total MBS portfolio, each trader would receive an additional $1.3 million.
If the floor as a whole achieves a 93% sale, you will get an additional $1.3 million apiece.
Therefore, any trader who met both their individual sales target and contributed to the overall success on the floor, the total bonus payout for that single intense day amounted to a remarkable $2.7 million. This was not just a regular bonus, it was a life-changing amount of money, meant to compensate them for the huge moral and professional cost of their actions. While the film does not explicitly show the final count of MBS sold, we can confidently assume the fire sale was a success. At the end of the movie, John Told praises Sam Rogers, telling him he had done an excellent job,
You did a hell of a job, and I thank you for it. Come on, sit.
Given Tolt's character as a man driven only by the survival of his company, no matter the ethical consequences, this praise serves as clear proof that the traders, under Sam's leadership, successfully managed to sell off over 90% of the toxic MBS. If they had failed, Tolt's reaction would certainly have been one of anger and despair, not approval. The traders' main goal was not to sell for a profit, but simply to sell. Even if those MBS were causing a loss, if a buyer was willing to take them, the traders were ordered to get rid of them immediately. In the time leading up to the 2008 crisis, this task was, surprisingly, not as hard as it might seem. MBSs were considered hot products on Wall Street. Financial institutions and investors often bought them without doing due diligence. However, Sam Rogers' strong emphasis on the first hour of the fire sale was extremely important. This was a race against both time and the spread of information. Selling and buying MBS was a normal part of business, but a massive one-sided selling effort would quickly raise alarms. Other traders and firms would soon realize that something was seriously wrong with the selling firm. This realization would trigger widespread panic, causing the market prices for MBS to fall even more sharply. Sam's plan was to take advantage of the remaining lack of awareness and optimism in the market during the first few hours of trading. By rushing for the highest possible sales volume in that crucial early window, they could secure the best prices for their rapidly losing assets.
I cannot begin to tell you how important the first hour and a half is going to be. I want you to hit every bite you can find. Dealers, brokers, clients, your mother if she's buying.
As Sam correctly predicted, after just a couple of hours, due to the huge volume of sales and the unavoidable rumors spreading through the market, the prices they could get for their MBS would drop dramatically. The film clearly shows this, with the bank taking a staggering $131 million loss on a single trade during the fire sale.
Merrill,
Lawrence,
what the are you guys doing over there?
just a little spring cleaning.
Well, that is not what I'm hearing.
All right, Lawrence, are you a buyer?
I'm not sure anymore.
375 mil 30-year mixed.
Me?
Are you with me on this? I got Lawrence and Merrill.
Where are we?
63 cents.
Jesus. On what?
375 and mixed 30.
Get him to 65 and hit it.
Are you f***ing kidding me? What is that? That's a $131 million loss on a single trade.
I understand. Hit it.
Hey, Lawrence, we're fill or kill at 65.
It's filled.
In the end, the investment bank paid a monumental price for its survival. Beyond the unimaginable losses from selling $1.2 trillion worth of MBS at huge discounts, losses that could easily be in the hundreds of billions of dollars or even more. The firm also paid a significant amount in bonuses to its traders. Assuming all 60 traders received the full $2.7 million bonus, the total payout and incentives alone amounted to approximately $162 million. Margin Call skillfully shows this complex mix of financial disaster, human greed, difficult moral choices, and the basic drive for self-preservation that marked the beginning of the 2008 financial crisis. If you want to learn more about the 2008 crisis and how exactly it happened, I recommend you check out this playlist.